Before I came to RA Tas, it was an organisation that I'd always wanted to work for because it had a really good reputation in the community. One of the things that really made me want to work with the organisation was the work that they do, which is to help people have better relationships. And it sounds a bit contrite, I suppose, but being able to make a difference in the lives of people in a small way, not in a grand change everything, but if I can help people do something different each day, either directly or indirectly, then that's what I'm about.
In this organisation, people are very much at the centre, and there is a heart, and it beats long and hard and fast, and there's always stuff going on that's focused on people and what they need and how they're going. And
I used to work in a very different field as a technician, and I did that. I realised that I was doing that just for the pay, basically. It didn't interest me, it didn't excite me. It was okay, but it just paid the bills. It was more what I was doing on the weekends, the volunteer stuff, that's what interested me. So after a while I decided to see if I could turn things around and change from what I was doing on the weekends and actually do that for a living and actually pay the bills as well.
Grew up in Serbia during the war, so I saw the bad side of humanity and wanted to understand it. So obviously I studied psychology and a bit of anthropology to see how culture mixes with human behaviour, and then did my master's in suicidology, so it just sort of chose me, I think.
I'd say that they're parents I've met along the way. They're the reason I stay. Yeah. I start thinking about parents and some of the good stuff that happens for them. And that helps me to stay here and do the work I do. When you feel as if you're doing something that is useful to someone and you don't even notice you've done it, that's when it's good, yeah.
Things that motivates me at the moment is that some years ago I worked with people who had experienced significant abuse and trauma, and they shared some stories with me of their lives and their journey, and it was such a privilege to do that I almost have an obligation to continue working because of the information that I got, the trust that they showed to me. I need to actually exercise that in continuing in working in counselling.
What I'm really most proud about is the positive difference that RA can actually make to people in the broader community. At the end of the day, it's actually about helping people live a more fulfilling and rich life because, they're able to overcome, issues that are preventing that from actually happening and form healthy relationships with family and other loved ones. It's important to me as a person to know that we can actually make a positive outcome and that it's we're not actually doing more harm to the community, we're actually helping.
There are heaps of good days in this job, and every day is different, which is what I love about it.
Best outcome, I think there's probably several, not massive outcomes maybe for a professional side, but I suppose when you work with clients or young people, just to see those light bulb moments where they realise that the situation they're in can be better, and they make some changes for themselves. Just to see them grow and advance, that's good.
There's moments that it can almost be a magical moment where you've connected with someone and that a shift in perhaps how they are or how they view the world, or just that personal connection. They don't happen a lot, but when they happen, they're magical. So I think that's what keeps me coming back each day.
Feedback from clients saying thank you and how much it's helped, or probably the biggest thing is people that come in that are really nervous, because quite often they're sort of involuntary when they come to our service and they know it's part of the legal system, the FDR work, and they're really worried what that's going to be, and then they can see that it's a lot more relaxed and they're more in control, and you see people just go and they go, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was, and Yeah, and that's really good. I thought you were going to judge me, but you didn't judge me. Just some of those sort of things. Just seeing the difference in people when they walk out the door and they're really nervous about coming.
There's always something positive out of every day. You can have the crappiest crap day. We can call the police. We can have clients yell at you and abuse you. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why I get up in the morning and come back to work. I don't ever lay in bed and go, I don't feel like it. I get out of bed and I come to work because it's a new day, there's a new challenge.
I guess the thing that's, kept me passionate about working with separated families is, when you're working with mums and dads sometimes, those little light bulb moments, you actually see something change in their face and even in their body language when they suddenly get that this is actually not about them, this is about their children. And, there might not be really big victories that, you can go out there and tell big stories about, but it is the little victories that's what keeps me going, working with separated families, yeah.
The best thing I like about working at RA is that I just like coming to work every day because they're really good crew of people to work with. Doesn't matter who you bump into, you just really like working with them. So you like coming to work, I like coming to work just with the people that are here. That's the best bit.
Oh, I love it. I enjoy coming to work every day. So the people, you walk in, it's, and people are happy to see you. So and I'm happy to see them. So I think that's good. That's what keeps me there.
RA is really flexible around working hours. So I've got 3 children and I've been able just to do my 3.6, but 3 full days spread over 4 days. And ever since I've started here, I've probably changed my arrangements 3 or 4 times, and they've just been really flexible about it and really understanding. Great work-life, family balance, and I think that's the best thing about working here. Because I think a lot of people who work here as well have got their own families, and they understand that if work is the only thing in your life, then you're probably not the right balance to be working with people with children and their family issues.
There's a really good team feel here, yeah, and we all work together really well.
The team's wonderful. We have a great team. They're really supportive, and they're a barrel of laughs for all the work that we do. Even though it's pretty high intensity, we still manage to have fun and enjoy it.
And everybody helps out everybody and are very keen to be supportive of each other and a good dynamic.
And there's a good vibe here with this team, so we're a pretty happy team.
They look after one another, and yeah, it's a bit like a family, and yeah, it's very supportive.
Oh, gorgeous set of people. I mean, that's why I enjoy working here so much, because the counsellors are all accepting and kind and nice. So they're a lovely group of people. And the CSWs are lovely. Everybody is.
Oh, there's never a dull moment usually. I don't think I've had a dull week here ever. I love it when you see people, not just kids, but the adults too, when they see the kind of light at the end of their tunnel, and you're working with people in some of the really tough times in their life, and then when they have that realisation that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that they can see the hope for themselves rather than someone else telling them they see it and feel it for themselves. Yeah, that's a good day. That's a good day, I reckon.